think it's working now. Yeah, there we go. My bad. Okay. I have no clue. I honestly don't know what happened there, but I think it's working now. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. It was weird because I've got my microphone plugged in, but it wasn't like. Yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, guys. So first off, I wanna first speak about Bitcoin. So the main thing for today is basically, like I was saying in yesterday, we took those shorts yesterday for Bitcoin back to like 67,700, and then we actually broke through that and tapped like 66,600, which was that key level, right? But right now we are currently still at this key level at around about 67,600. So if we look at Bitcoin, and we be honest on the chart right now, we can't take out this level, guys. So essentially, we can only really flip bullish on the higher and the lower time frames once we start taking out 67,600. Okay, so am I actually going to be taking a long right now? Just not really. It doesn't really make sense, right? Because if you look at the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we're still getting rejected from this point of control, right? So this is going to be the key level for today. I was waiting for that 1 hour candle to close, and it actually closed quite bearish. So I would expect a bit of a retracement right now, and I think that's what we're getting. But I wouldn't really look at any sells for Bitcoin because we do have quite a strong level sitting at this zone over here. So I want to see if we can maybe get a bounce from this level, and then potentially look at a potential long from this level. But we'll have to wait and see, because obviously if you look at the 4 hour time frame, it is looking a little bit choppy. Like, let's be honest, like the market's looking a little bit choppy right now. But yeah, I do have a couple setups that I'm going to go through. So I'll let you know. But basically, the whole game plan for today is essentially waiting for price to break above 67,600. Okay. But yeah, we have to wait and see, because I mean, this is not looking too great. I'll be honest with you. It's starting to look like we might come down. So we just need to wait and see what happens, because if price can close respecting the 67,200 level, then fine, we can potentially look at longs. Okay. So there's going to be a couple setups. So I do appreciate you guys watching. We're going to get straight into it, because I am looking at a setup for ARB. I actually am long for ARB, but I am in a little bit of drawdown. But have a look at this setup, guys. I do think that it's valid for us to take. You can see we are actually retracing right now, but essentially what I was looking at for ARB is basically we have this level sitting over here, right? So what we have over here is a massive rejection zone, a bit of resistance, and then you can see how he flips in support, right? On September 2024, throughout the whole of September, this was a key support for ARB, right? And then what actually happened yesterday is we came down, we closed respecting this level, right? Remember, this is the daily time frame, so we closed respecting this level, and now we are currently just retesting it, right? We're just retesting this level. So I do think that this is a good setup for some longs. So I'm going to post this in the chat, guys. But basically, I'm going to take this long over here. I will show you my setup. I am currently long. I'm down a little bit, but I do think that this could play out. You've been long on ARB since 0.57. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's amazing. 0.57. Where's that? Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. So if you're still holding that, I would still hold that long, because I mean, I'm looking at quite a big move here. I'm looking to round about this level 0.64, but we'll see what happens. But ARB looking good, guys. ARB looking good for long. I'll be honest with you. It's looking really good. We're getting a nice bottom wick retest right now, looking really decent. So yeah. So that's good. If you guys are long on ARB, then I mean, there's no reason to do anything here. I'm just saying that it looks good. Like the daily time frame, the 4 hour, the 15. We did get a little bit of a breakdown over here. I was watching it quite closely, but I mean, that's just it's nothing crazy. We're still creating these higher highs and higher lows, right? So ARB looks good. If you want to take the setup with me, you can. This is a setup that I'm looking at. I did take I'll be honest with you guys. I did take a trade just now. It was a short for AXS. It was really quick. I actually ended up just taking profit over here. Sorry, I actually just ended up taking profit over here. 5.191. I'll show you guys the setup, but it was just like, it was really quick. I didn't have time to post a trade. Like, it was only like a 10% trade. So it was quite a quick setup, and I'll show you. It was really chilled. So this over here. Yeah, so I took last night. I took a big time long. Like I took a big time long, and then I just put a TP, and then that was actually short over here. But yeah, that's been the setup. So overall, looking decent. So I'll be honest with you guys. I do think that we're probably going to pump today. I do think that Bitcoin is due for a bit of a movement, which is why I'm most probably just going to be focusing on longs. If you guys are in my channel, I did say that I am looking at a BOMI long a little bit later on. Because have a look at BOMI, you guys. I'll show you something very interesting right now. So if we have a look at BOMI right now, this is kind of why I'm looking at a long for today. It's one of the coins that has retraced quite hard since yesterday, and it's looking like it wants to recover. Right, we did actually start closing back below this 50 EMA, which is not a good thing. But the reason why I'm looking at it long now is because we're starting to look like we want to reclaim this level, and essentially we are starting to create these higher highs. These higher lows on the 4 hour time frame. So if we started to break this low yesterday, then I wouldn't really be looking at a long. But because price is still trading above this level over here, I do think that we can definitely break above this point sometime today or within this week, and then we can take a long. But I wouldn't really take it right now. I mean, essentially, we could look at like a long back up to this level, which is something we could look at. But I would be honest, I'd probably just wait for price to close above this level on the 4 hour for confirmation. So this 0.009102 level right over here, that is a level that I would look at, right? I wouldn't really take a long right now. It just doesn't really make sense. Yeah. Okay, so we got some coins here. Let's have a look here. So we've got Audi analysis. Let's have a look at Audi. So this is BOMI, guys. I'll let you know if I take that a little bit later. But let's have a look at Audi. Let's have a look at Audi. Let's have a quick look here. Some coins got retraced quite hard yesterday. Let me just redo this whole chat over here. Here we go. So if we have a look at Audi, let's have a look here on the daily time frame. We can see that obviously Audi right now still looks decent. We're still making higher highs, higher lows. We are still above this key moving average. Doesn't really mean anything to me, but for some people it means something. We are still above the 50-day moving average. You can see whenever we start trading above this level, we do get quite a nice pump. So whenever we start trading below this orange line, we do see price come down. So as long as we're up there, we're still in a semi uptrend on the daily. So then if we have a look at the lower time frame, like let's go down to the 4 hour quickly. We can see that, okay, for now, 4 hour time frame, it's creating a bit of a triangle pattern over here. Let's be honest. Right now, can we look at a potential setup? Probably not. The reason why is, although we are bouncing from support over here, right? We are bouncing from support. We just need to wait for like a 1 hour candle to flip. So let's have a look at the lower time frames here. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Nothing much to do there. Let's have a look here. This is obviously quite a key level here. You can see how Audi is kind of just bouncing from the zone. Let's have a look at the 15. Yeah, I mean, Audi kind of looks good here. You can see that we are still respecting certain levels, which is good. So right over here, as long as we stay above there. So let's see what happens on the next 15. If this next 15-minute candle closes like this, we could potentially look at a long for Audi back up to like these levels and anticipate like a breakout later on. So that's something that I'll be looking at. That's something that I'm looking at. So let's see what happens for Audi. I'll let you know if I jump into this. But yeah, basically just waiting for the next 15-minute candle to close. So we've got like 2 more minutes here. Then I'm probably going to be looking at a long here. I'll be honest with you. I'll be looking at a long here. All right. So let's see what happens. Okay. So Audi looks good. Audi does look good. So let's keep that on the radar. I'm just going to duplicate this tab at the top here so we know that we need to come back to Audi. Okay. What else do we have? Can you check out what indicator is that, Dylan? Which indicator? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the moving average? Okay, so the next one we've got dogs. Let's have a look at dogs. Let's have a look at dogs. Yeah, let me know what indicator. I think you're talking about the moving average, right? Yeah, it's just a moving average that tracks the price over a specific number of days. Okay, so let's have a look at dogs. On the daily, let's have a quick look. I don't know what I was doing here, but let's just delete everything. I'm not too sure what I was doing there. All right, so let's have a look at dogs on the daily. Basically, looking on the daily, I mean, it's quite obvious that we're still in this downtrend, right? We're still making these lower highs, but we're starting to make higher lows, which is a start of something good, right? So you can see over here, we're starting to make these higher lows over here, which is meaning that we could be primed to come up a little bit higher, right? So let's have a look at the lower time frames because we know in the daily we are starting to make a bit of a move. All right, so if we look at the 4 hour time frame, we can see that we do have this level here. This is a strong level that I'd probably look at for dogs. I don't think that longing at this level over here is something that I would look at. I'd rather wait for something like this, right, where we can come back down, right, come back down, tap into the zone, and then we can get along off the bounce of this zone. So I'd probably just wait for that. I wouldn't really jump in right now for dogs. It's not really at any significant level for me to actually jump into a trade. So I'd wait for that definitely to happen. So if price can come down over here, we can definitely look at it long. But for now, I'm not really interested in longing at this price. I'll be honest with you. Not really interested in longing at this price. So just going to be patient for that. What else do we have here? We've got big time. Oh, the point of control. Yes. I'll run through that quickly. Quickly. So basically, it's really good. I'll be honest with you. It's probably one of the best indicators out there because it just shows volume, right? And it shows you like certain levels where people are buying and selling. So let me show you for Bitcoin, for example. So if you come to the left over here where it says long position or short position, you come down and then you click on fixed range volume profile. Okay, you can either do that or you can actually just search it, fixed range volume profile. Then what you want to do is you want to select from like the start of the move to the end of the move. So we have the start over here to the end over here, and then you can see that we have a bit of a point of control on the 1 hour sitting at like this level, right? If you start from this level over here, okay. So you can see currently we are actually bouncing from that point of control, which is quite interesting. So essentially, this shows you where the most amount of traded volume is sitting at. So either to the upside or to the downside, but a lot of people are doing something here, either longs or shorts. And you can see the majority would be longing at this level on the retracement, right? Same thing over here. We tapped into the value area low and we got an instant bounce from that zone. So what I'm looking at is potentially if we can target the value area high within the week, that would be amazing. And if we can break through that, we probably just going to see 70K. So that is something to look at. So the volume profile is really good. Talking about the point of control on Bomi, okay. Yeah. What do you mean about this? Uh, yeah, it's the same. It's the same indicator, right? It's the same thing. So it's just showing you exactly where price is traded the most. That's it. So you literally just search fixed range volume profile. You take this, you start from the start of the pump to the end, and you see that this is where most people are trading. So that's something that pretty much the only indicator I use is that, and then obviously just market structure is something very simple, right? Okay. But yeah, let's carry on. Let's have a look at big time. I'm a bit annoyed with big time. I'll be honest with you because last night I did go long for big time because it hit my entry. I mean, remember last night we were speaking about big time at the zone over here, right? So I put a limit order at this level. I got hit, and then this morning I got hit over here at around about 8 p.m. last night. Then this morning I woke up at like 4 and it was like back down here. So then I just put I put a TP at around about here. I put a TP for big time. You can see my orders over here. I think it was, what was my TP was 0.1467. So like I literally missed the whole move. I'll be honest with you. So my TP was 0.161467. So just around about there. And you can see we just ripped. Like we just completely ripped. So big time looks good though. I'll be honest with you. I think big time's gonna rip today. I think we're gonna see a big move for big time. You can see how beautiful it's looking. We came down rejected straight from this level. It's a beautiful retest. But sadly, I am out of this trade, which is a bit annoying. It is a bit annoying because I was actually planning to hold this trade for a lot higher. But because I woke up this morning and I just saw it, like I didn't really look at the chart. I just kind of just put a TP in randomly, which is probably not the right thing to do. But that is the case. So big time looks good. I'll be honest with you. I do think big time is going to push a lot higher today, probably back up to these levels at like 0.16831. But I can't really go long now. Can't really go long now, which is a bit annoying. Yeah. All right. So let's have a look. What else can we do? Let's have a look at Ondo. Let's have a look. I haven't looked at Ondo in a while, but like, let's look at it. That was that long we gave a while ago for Ondo over here. I mean, it pretty much hit TP, not exactly, but right now, if we look at Ondo, we can see that, I mean, it's quite obvious that we're just retracing, right? We're still making these higher highs and higher lows, which is good. As long as we do stay above this level over here at 0.7458, we should see a push higher. What else do we have over here on the 1 hour? We can see that we are coming. Let me just remove that. It's really annoying. Let's have a look over here. We can see that this is a key level for Ondo right over here. So basically what I want to see is I want to see a reaction at this level. If we can see like a nice little reaction at this level, I will be looking to potentially go long from the zone. But I'd prefer to see a push back down to the zone over here. So I'll put like an alert over here for Ondo just in case we don't get a reaction, just to see if we can get a push a little bit higher. Okay. So that's the setup for Ondo. That's the setup for Ondo. Is Audi ready? No. Audi's not ready. Not ready. Yeah, Bitcoin. I'm still in the M card trade you posted. Should I stay in? No, I actually got stopped out on that one. CryptoMonk Bitcoin has a weekly bearish divergence. Let's have a look at that. That's interesting. I know yesterday we had a 4-hour bearish divergence, which is why we're looking at those sells. So if we do look at this, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see we had that 4-hour bearish divergence over there, which is obviously why we were looking at those sells yesterday. But if we have a look at the weekly, let's have a look. That'll be interesting. I don't think so. Where's the weekly bearish divergence? I guess from there, right? It's not nothing too crazy. I don't think nothing too crazy to think about. But yeah, I think it's more on the lower time frame. There is a bit of a bearish divergence on the lower time frames, which is why we are seeing price come down a little bit. But I don't think on the weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, it's mainly just a 4-hour. I'll be honest with you. It's nothing really else. But yeah, we are coming down now actually, which is very interesting. So let's have a look at this. Okay. What else do we have here? What else are you guys looking? MACD on the weekly starts to flip green. Bitcoin went 100%. I did see that. Well, I saw like a Twitter post. Let's actually have a look at that. I mean, we can look at the MACD. I don't really look at the MACD, but I mean, it's good for. Sorry, 1 week. Let's have a look at the 1 week. Yeah, have a look at that. So we are starting to flip green on the weekly. And I guess this is what you're talking about right over here. So when we did flip green right over here, we literally that was last year, 9th of October, right? Literally the same date. Yeah, literally 170%. Yeah, that's crazy. So let's see what happens. I mean, this is a good sign. Flipping green like this, starting to get a bigger histogram. I used to trade the MACD quite a bit on the lower time frames when I was first starting trading, but looks good. I'll be honest with you, looks good. Okay, looks good. What else do we have? We got WIF. Let's have a look at WIF. WIF, yeah, I mean, we spoke about WIF already. Yes, I mean, we've been speaking about WIF. Obviously, we had that weekly breakout. Right now, it's currently just retracing. I do think that we can come down, tap into the zone a little bit later on. We do have a level sitting at around about 2.25. So I would expect potentially a retracement there because we are getting rejected from these highs right now. It's not looking too great. But yeah, do I take it long for WF now? No, probably not. Probably going to wait for price to come back down to hit these zones. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, anything can happen. But yeah, I just don't see a potential setup right now. If I want to take a long, I'll probably wait for like a breakout, something like this, right? So essentially what I'd wait for is price to like break above this high, because we kind of just ranging right now. I'll be honest with you. This is kind of what's been happening right now. We kind of just consolidating. Nothing really we can do here. I'll be honest with you. There's nothing we can do. We kind of just have to wait for price to either break above. So what I would wait for is I'd wait for price to break above here, or I'd wait for price to break below here, or we can just kind of just look for a breakout setup. Okay. Let's have a look at Phantom, right? Let's have a look at Phantom. So, I was on Bitcoin. So this is WAF. So this is what I was saying for WAF. Basically, what I need to wait for is price to obviously break above this level. If we can break above here, then cool, we can take the longs. But if we break below here, then we take the shorts. So right now, it's currently just stuck in a range. Can't really do anything. Yeah. So that's my setup for WAF. I am obviously bullish on the higher time frames for WAF, but I can't really take a setup right now for WIF. I'll be honest with you. We're gonna have to wait for confirmation. Okay. But yeah, make sure you guys do join the Telegram. I will be posting setups in the chat. But yeah, it's just right now there's nothing really pointing out at me that's really solid. But yeah, let's have a look at your coins. Let's have a look at Phantom quickly. Let's have a look at Phantom. Yeah, so I remember long ago, I put a limit order for Phantom. Sell limit order actually at this point over here, which is quite interesting. So I put a sell limit over here. Didn't really get hit. Almost tapped my level. I do think that Phantom is bullish. Like if we look at what's been happening, it's one of the more bullish coins out there. The reason why I did put a sell limit over here was because we did have that point of control sitting at that zone. So I was waiting to see if we could potentially tap that zone and then get a rejection, but it just didn't really seem that way. So if we look at the 4 hour right now, I do think that it's possible for us. I mean, we are forming a bit of a double top over there. I do think that we can come down. I do think it's possible. Yeah, I'm just not really seeing much. Not really seeing much. Not really seeing much for Phantom. I'll be honest with you, this chart doesn't look that good. I'll probably, if I want to look for a setup, it will have to be a lot later on. I would have to wait for a retracement back down to these zones. Because right now it's just stuck in, like at a level where we don't really know where it's going to go. Okay. Hey, yesterday I profited $25 on that Sol. Awesome. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that Sol trade was great. That Sol trade was good. We do try to take trades every single day in the live, of course. But some days you just don't get it, right? There is a setup I was looking at. I think it was AVO, right? How do you spell it? Where is it? Yeah, this one. So this coin I was looking at this morning actually. So basically what I'm waiting for the day is just a 1 hour close. So what I'm waiting at, basically I want to see price close above this level over here, around about, what is it? Yeah, around about 0.33850. If price can close above that zone today, then cool. I'm gonna look for the longs. But for now, I'm not really interested in taking a setup for AVO. It's just currently at resistance. So I would probably just wait for price to break above this point. Because you can see Bitcoin starting to dump right now. So we're gonna have to wait to see what happens with Bitcoin first. Which is not a good sign over here. But let's see what happens. This is looking like a little bit of an M formation, which is actually a bearish pattern. But let's see what happens. If we start to break, honestly, if we start breaking this level over here, this is going to be terrible for Bitcoin. If we break like 66,600 today, I do think that Bitcoin can come a lot lower, back down to 65k, right over here. So just be careful today. We have to hold these levels. I'll be honest with you. If Bitcoin doesn't hold these levels today, then it's kind of over for the short term. So let's see what happens. But I'm still bullish. I'll be honest. But we're gonna have to play today, but cautiously. A little bit cautiously. Okay. So we're just waiting for setups to kind of just come towards us. Don't really want to be forcing anything. I know this ARB setup we are in, I do think that it's probably the only real setup that we have for the day. I like how it's still holding quite well when Bitcoin is dumping right over here. So essentially, ARB is still holding quite nicely. Although we are getting a bit of retracement right now, I still think that it is still valid for a push higher. So this is pretty much the only setup that I've got right now. There's nothing really else that it's jumping out of me for the day. But let's have a look at what else you guys are looking at. Let's have a look at Tau. Let's have a look at Tau. Let's have a look at Tau. Yeah, I mean, Tau is super bullish on the higher time frames. On the daily time frames, I don't want to remove what I've got drawn over here just because I want to keep it there. But on the daily, we did actually have a bearish engulfing candle and did actually close. I'll be honest with you, closing below these key levels over here is not a good sign for Tau, which is kind of making me a little bit temporary short-term bearish on Tau because we closed below pretty much the support, right, on the daily time frame. So if we just look at just practically the next key level for Tau is going to be over here, right? So a daily break below this level is telling us that there's a potential for Tau to come back down to the bottom of the range, right? Just based on what we've got on the chart. So let me just, can I hide this? Let's hide that. And then also we can hide this as well. All right, just so it looks a little bit cleaner because I know that's a bit annoying. But if we look at Tau on the lower time frames, let's have a look at the 4 hour. I mean, it's quite obvious that there is a potential for Tau to actually get a little bit of a dump today, back down to the zone. It's been actually quite weak compared to most coins. Obviously, it's had its little run, which is why it's been so strong in the past, but weak a little bit now. But yeah, honestly, Tau looking like it wants to dump. I'll be completely brutally honest here. But essentially, I will be looking at a potential sell for Tau as well. Back down, looking essentially. What is this? It's going to be quite a big move though, like 11% move. I don't know if we can get that. We have to wait to see for the next 4 hour candle. Because if the next 4 hour candle closes, like this, below these key levels over here, then it's definitely valid to take that setup for Tau. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, the market doesn't look great right now. I'll be honest. Okay, so those are the setups for the day. There's not much else happening. Tau at 500 is good buy. In Bitcoin short term, 69 for 4K for longs. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I'm looking at. I think for Bitcoin, we're gonna have to wait for lower prices, guys. I think that we are gonna get a little bit of retracement here today. it's looking that way. Dogecoin also, everything's kind of getting smacked right now, which is quite interesting. What else? Solana also just dumping straight from those highs. Solana hit 168 this morning and literally just dumped the whole day, the whole morning. Didn't really catch much today, I'll be honest with you. Maybe we can catch some a little bit later. But yeah, there's nothing really jumping out of me. I'll be like, there's literally nothing jumping out. Obviously we are getting a bit of a dump here, but we kind of a little bit too late to the party, right? We are a little bit too late to the party for most things. But I do think that ARB is a good one for a long-term potential swing trade. So if you want to look at this setup, you can look at it. But I do think that we might get more of a retracement here. I mean, just looking at the basic charts here, it's looking that way, right? Like everything just wants to dump. Have a look at EOS as well. So EOS is the same thing as EOS. As long as EOS stays above, I mean, if we look at the 4-hour, right? As long as EOS stays above this level over here, I think it's this level, right? Yeah, we need to stay above this level. As long as we stay above this level, then it's fine. But if price starts to break below that zone, then I will be looking at potential sells. I'll be honest. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Let's have a look at Shiba. Yeah, let's have a look at Shiba. Shiba. But yeah, no real setups. I'll be like nothing really jumping out of me. Shiba's not looking good, right? This morning, I'll be honest, was looking good. Creating higher highs, and then we still trading like below this level. I was waiting for that 4-hour candle to actually close above that zone. But if we do look at Shiba right now, it's just looking like it's not looking too good. To be honest with you, it's not looking too good. Let's have a look here. For me, for Shiba, I think it's quite an easy trade. It's quite an easy trade. I'd wait for price to come down and tap into these lows. So basically, what I'd wait for is price to tap around about 0.175. This would be the key level here, something like this. Stop loss just below this low over here. Looks good, but yeah, it looks like the market's getting a bit smacked. I'll be honest with you. The market is getting a bit smacked. So let's have a look at Pepe as well. Everything kind of just dumping here. We can't let all these charts lose their trend though. That's the main thing, right? Because if things start to lose their uptrend, then we will see more of a dump. So just be careful for the day, guys. Just be careful for the day. But yeah, nothing else really jumping out of me. I'm probably gonna end the live a little bit early. Because obviously we are dumping now, guys, but we can't just do anything because everything's kind of at support. So I want to obviously see if we can break support or bounce or something like that. Like Bitcoin's getting smacked right now. But yeah, let's see what happens. I'll probably end the live soon. But I do think ARB's a good one. I think ARB's a good long for the day, guys. So have a look at this. If you guys want to get a setup going for the day, I think that this is a good one. As long as ARB stays above the screen, above this box over here, you can put stop losses just below this box. You should be fine, right? Should be good for a potential pump. But there's just nothing else really jumping out at me. But I will post all my setups in the scalp signals. So make sure you guys do check it out. But yeah, right now nothing else happening. Just gonna wait for that. I'll do it. Yeah, let's wait. Good entry for Pepe. Atom, what is total 3 shots? Yeah, I mean, if we do have a look at total 3, I did look at it this morning. And I mean, it looks decent. Like on the daily, the problem was it did form a bit of a double top on the daily, which is something which is obviously we know there's a reversal signal. The problem is that this level right over here is super strong, right? It's a super strong level sitting at this zone, right? At 637 billion. Okay, so for the day, let's just look at this practically, right? For the day, we have to stay above this level here if we want to be bullish, right? So we have to stay above around about 624 billion. Okay. If we start staying above that level, then fine. Longs are definitely still on the table. If we start losing that level today, then we're going to see a bit more of a dump than expected. Okay. So total of 3 still looks good. We are seeing a little bit of a retracement right now. Nothing too crazy. But just be careful. Obviously we're still holding that level. But yeah, if we start losing 524 billion, around about 524.5 to 525, we lose those zones, guys, we most probably going to come down. Okay. But I do think that we are due for a bounce. So let's just be patient. Don't just jump into any setup here. I still think that the only setup that we've got for the day is this one. It's ARB, still looking good. We keep bouncing from the same zone, which is a good sign, right? It's a good sign. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for ARB. But yeah, this is the only setup. It's still valid, guys. If you want to enter now, it is still valid. I know some of you guys entered the setup yesterday. I'm not too sure if I sent it yesterday or not. But yeah, it looks good. I think we should see a bit of a bounce here. So I'll post this. I will post this in the channel. But I think there was a signal. Was there a signal, guys, about this? About the ARB setup? If not, I'll post it now. I'll post it now. But I think there was 45% up on ARB. Nice. Did you take that, or was there a signal yesterday? Maybe Boris or Matt posted it. I'm not too sure. But I'll post this one. Let me post it quickly. So our stop loss for ARB is, where's our stop loss going to be? Let's have a look here. So our stop loss is going to have to be at around about, yeah, it's going to be 5793, okay? Because that's below the previous wick. Okay, it just makes sense, right? 5793. TP is going to be at, first TP is going to be right over here. First TP is going to be right over here at 6136. And then TP2 is going to be at the highest. So I'm going to post the signal now at 6484. Just it's one of those ones, just 6484, I think. 6484. Yeah. Okay. Bang. Okay, I've posted it on all the channels, so make sure you guys check. All right. I'm going to end the stream. I do appreciate you guys watching. There's just nothing really happening for me to stay on any longer. This is the only trade that I've got right now. ARB looks good. But anything else, not really interested. But I will be going live a little bit later as well. So make sure you guys check me out then. And if you guys want to join the Telegram group, just click on the link in the description. We'll be posting all the setups there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Nothing crazy today. I do apologize for nothing too hectic, but it's just some days we have a good day, some days it's just a dry day, right? So I'll see you guys a little bit later. I do appreciate you guys. Cheers. Boris and Matt posted on the 16th. Okay, so they both posted. Nice. I'm a little bit late to the party on the ARB train. Yeah, the live's going to be a little bit later on. I'll post it in the channel. Okay. Cheers, guys.